Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to another market forecast. And I'd like to start today's market forecast with the week's news forecast, right? The news calendar. So, first thing to point out is that we're going to have NFP in the end of the week, right, on Friday. And we're going to have also FOMC um, news on Wednesday. So, we are going to have to be very aware of those news. I'm not trading on Friday and I'm probably not trading on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm even going to trade tomorrow. I'm still thinking about that. But anyway, I think it's very important to guys for you guys to have that in mind before trading this week. All right. Those two are very high impact news in the marketplace, and we know as traders that they are usually very impactful news in the marketplace. It really manipulates the price, and I don't want to be present during that manipulation. Only after that, right? So let's go to the charts. Let's go to DXY. All right. So on a DXY, we we went into this fair value gap last week, all right, this weekly fair value gap, which was filled, and for me, reinforces the idea that price is going to start moving up, right? It was a movement that we were predicting for a while, but the fact that it went for uh, uh, a downwards liquidity and started to move up again reinforced the idea that we're going to have a bullish week this week. Let's go down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you can see that we have a fair value gap, which I already pointed out on the previous forecast, and we went right into this fair value gap on Friday. All right, and right now we're testing it again, which will be the ideal scenario, so price can actually get all the liquidity that is resting here before moving up into this buy side liquidity. Down to the 12 hours, basically the same thing. The 4 hours, we have a bullish order block, which also validates the idea that price will start moving up after that. So I'm interested in looking in any type of trades during that type of movement. This would be the manipulation for the day, right? Manipulation down to after start the real movement up um, of the day. So keep that in mind. This is a very good region to see a movement up being formed. So be aware of that. And the last Friday, I learned a very valuable lesson from my mentor, which is Kimmel. And shout out to him; he's very good. And he told me that I should wait for manipulation for on the sessions too. So I'm gonna keep that in mind from now on. And we are already having a manipulation on the New York session. We had it on London session, but we're having a stronger manipulation down in the New York session, and that's very interesting to my eyes. All right, so then we can start moving up, taking this high, and then building and moving up. I don't really think that we're gonna go down, but I think it's possible that we're gonna go down into this order block or this fair value gap. But I think it's very likely that we start moving up from here. All right. So on Euro USD, it's basically the same thing. Price created a daily fair value gap. It swept the high on the daily time frame, came straight down after that. On the 12-hour time frame, there was a fair value gap too. On the daily time frame, there's also a fair value gap that is in confluence with the 12-hour fair value gap, and we also have a bearish order block on the 4-hour time frame, which price has touched it but stayed below it. This is the ideal scenario. So since we have a fair value gap, I want to see it respecting at least closing inside of the fair value gap before considering taking any downwards trade. All right. So the ideal scenario would be exactly this: the wick here, and then the body closing inside this fair value gap. So this would be the ideal bearish scenario, right? Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. We can see that we're having a huge manipulation up right now on the New York session, right? Which is actually very good in my point of view. I want to see a low being formed after that, and after that, of course, as you guys know, displacement. We have a fair value gap right here. I want to see how price respects it. But first, I wanted to see a low being created, map out the midnight open because I forgot to do it. All right. Yeah. So, mhm, this would be very good. This would be a very good selling point. Not exactly here, but it will be a very good selling point since we are above midnight open, New York midnight open. So we would be on a premium on the day. That will be quite interesting for selling. But I want to see, of course, the overall 2022 ICT mentorship model being formed, which means that we're getting a sweep of the high, a huge manipulation up right now. Mhm. This could be a huge liquidity pool before moving down, and after that, this uh, this so-called liquidity pool, I want to see a low being formed, right? And I want to see that low being displaced. It can be like this low, but the ideal scenario for me would be a low being formed right here. So we get like a swing low, and then this swing low being displaced, and start building and moving down and trading for a gap and order block and all those things that you guys already know I trade with. All right. So regarding the market forecast, that's it. I've just changed the bias. I always forget to change it. Um, all right. So bearish on Euro USD. So regarding the market forecast, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like it down below. If you like the channel's content, please consider subscribing to it. Have fun, trade safe. Be aware of this week's news calendar. We have FOMC and NFP on the same week, so we should be very careful on this week. I may lower my risk this week. Maybe tomorrow if I want to trade tomorrow. Today probably gonna trade with the full risk, but tomorrow I may choose to trade with a lower risk, maybe half. I don't know. I'm gonna choose it, but anyway. So that's it. Trade safe. Bye.